Welcome to Dice Legends. Great to have you with us. My name is Vahi, the Dean of Dice Legends, and we're going to quickly just introduce you to the cast of players, and then we're going to go straight into our story.
Kia ora, my name is Crystal Ogoman, and I'm going to be playing Cerci, a sorcerer.
Magandang hapon sa iyong lahat. My name is Raylene, and I'm playing Nagiisa, the druid.
Kia ora, my name is Truby, and I'm playing the Goblin Ranger, Frank.
Hey, malula masoifua maua. My name is Jason Momoa, and I play Feku Dayarka, a wonderful level 5 monk.
It's Ronnie, by the way.
Momoa.
Just need to
Our
make sure
adventure
we get that.
begins.
Ramoa.
Our adventure begins years ago. Years ago, in the border between the Torah tribe and the Song tribe.
Oh, yes.
If we look at our map, we can see this area here. There's a border between your lands and the Song tribe. So we see Feku with a small group, including your elder brother, whose name is Tafa. Going through the forest, pine forest, the pine needles deep on the ground. Your foot falls, very hard to conceal. It scrunches with every step. But the forest have deer, and deer have good meat. But this isn't your land. This is the Song tribe's land. So do you want to describe the young version of Feku as you sneak through in pursuit of a deer?
Young Feku, you see the 11-year-old Feku with just a little mini afro going on. Hasn't really grown into the beautiful dreads that he will be known for in the future version of him. But yes, very scrawny, and also very, I guess would you say, very, how would I describe? Very bouncy, very excited to be around his brother. His brother is everything to him, Tafa. He looks to Tafa, tries to follow in Tafa's footsteps, both physically, mentally, and spiritually as well. And on this certain trip, I guess, it's a rare opportunity to be with amongst his brothers, especially to provide something like food, like kai, for his tribe. So he's being very careful, but also he can't help but be very curious of his surroundings. He's forever curious. But yes, very, very bouncy, very excited, trying to hold his composure as best as he can and be very like the boys.
Yes.
And he's not yet fine-tuned to the environment that he is in. So
Indeed. In fact, you're young enough that you haven't even had your coming-of-age ceremony that all young warriors in the Torah tribe have. Your brother holds up the hand for you to stop. He's in charge of the expedition. And he points ahead. And there is a small grouping, a family of deer. And he points for people to spread out on each side. And he says for you to come with him. He gets out his bow and his arrow and he indicates with his head that you're to do the same. And he starts sneaking around.
Feku, excited by this opportunity. He's trying to fine-tune everything that he's thinking, his thoughts, and obediently following his brother. But he's fumbling as well. Like it's nerves are kicking in, and he doesn't want to muck this up. So he's fidgeting around to see what he has. Doesn't have much on him, just like a little blade. But he follows just behind his brother.
The forest is alive with the sound of birds. The deer up ahead, there's no wind. So you're not upwind or downwind. The trees have stopped your odor reaching the deer, so they're completely unaware. Your brother, Tafa, holds up his hand to signal to the other two hunters on the other side. Holds it up, indicating to you to get ready, and then thunk! In his chest. An arrow protrudes out of his chest, and he gulps and looks down at it, and he spins around and he collapses to the ground.
Feku, ignoring everything around him, screams like it was as he sees this arrow protrude through his brother, and he runs. He can't believe what has just happened, and he's trying to find words. He's almost thinking, is this real? And yeah, he screams as he sees his brother and the life.
He's coughing, and then you're aware that on the other side of your brother, some other warriors are from behind trees moving forward. Some more arrows fly. One of the others on the other side of the deer is hit in the shoulder and falls down screaming. The deer bolt. Arrows are trained upon you.
Feku is livid. He goes screaming and tending to his brother, looking around to see who had shot this arrow. Does he recognize straight away that this is the song?
You can definitely tell that, well, you've not met very many people from the Song tribe, but you definitely can recognize the insignia of the embroidery around their coats.
Feku is crying. He's beside himself and yelling out profanity, like in all the languages that he knows, towards whoever aimed this at his brother, as he holds his brother and
Tafa grabs you and he just spits blood and says, "Run! Run!" The other one who on the other side who hasn't been hurt says, "Feku, run, come!" Okay. And starts sprinting away. The person with his shoulder wound gets up and starts limping away as another arrow comes and takes him in the back as well, and he falls dead to the ground as well.
Feku can't everything around him, he can't hear anything. It's like ringing in his ears, and it takes a moment for him to release away from his brother, because in his mind, can I carry my brother? Because I can't leave his body here. But he does. And before he does, he takes his brother's staff, if there's a staff with him.
He uses it as a walking stick. An arrow, clearly a warning shot, lands right by your thigh. And the leader of the Song tribe party starts just advancing brazenly, gets an arrow and holds it up, and he's not going to miss a second time.
He stumbles. Feku stumbles back as he takes one more glance at his brother, as the lifeless body of his brother, and he cries as he tears off into the forest, taking with him his brother's staff.
And the leader of the Song tribe, who shot your brother, says, "Never come to our lands again. Invaders will be slain. You will not be warned."
Burned into Feku's mind from now on is the image and the voice of that man, and his face. Every single part of his face is something that would stick with him forevermore as he runs off.
And thus we enter the 4th episode of the Hunted of Kalnour. Can you please roll the titles? How's that? Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Dice Legends. I'm glad to have you with us. Before we get into today's episode, which is called... Oh, it's already been put up. Gloom Gathering, fine. Let's talk about, we've got some people that help our show come together. Let's start with BD&D.
It starts to be It ends with a D. VD&D. VD&D is a nerdy shop in Wellington, here in Aotearoa. They sell Magic the Gathering cards. They sell miniatures for you to use in your games and to paint. They have D&D books and other TTRPG books for you to peruse and use for games. They also have a bunch of board games for you to purchase. And you can purchase it with a 10% discount using our code Dice Legends with an NZ at the end. Raylene?
Yes. I'm here present.
Raylene, I understand that you have something else to tell the class.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I've been really perusing this cool website called D20 Collective. Now, if you might look at the calendar today, you'll notice that it's March.
It is.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
New dice from D20 Collective, limited quantity edition. All right. So they've got on the screen. You'll see 4 acrylic dice and 2 metal dice. Look how beautiful. Oh, that is so lovely to look at. And you can absolutely get them with a discount if you put in Kiwi Legends into the voucher code box when you're checking it out. So yes, D20 Collective, give them a good look. They've got so many pages of dice. Oh, I've got D20 Collective dice, and we've got D20 Collective dice. I think we all have D20 Collective dice.
Yeah.
But yes.
Thank you.
Anyways.
Cool.
Yes, and hello out there to all enthusiastic, budding, and maybe up-and-coming writers, DMs, GMs. You might be looking for a place to store all of your world-building material. Will look no further than the ultimate online tool, World Anvil. You can use their document linking tools, interactive maps, timelines, player handouts, rollable tables, daily different inspirations from the community that surround World Anvil. There's a lot of support on that website, both the creators and just the people who use the site are there to help you out as well. If you want to check out what World Anvil looks like, if you're having a little bit of a, is this for me? Maybe you could watch Vahid use it on Mondays on this very channel, or just take my personal endorsement. It's also where I do my writing. It's true. And I can tell you that it's great. So why don't you check it out, World Anvil.
Yeah. What rhymes with nice and has the word dice in it is merchandise. Oh! And you can find a whole lot of beautiful merchandise from hoodies to wonderful t-shirts, of course, and also mugs. That's right. With you can maybe put your beautiful mug on a mug. And yes, we have that by the stock full. We have some examples here. No. But check it out. We'd love for you if you want to be a part of this wonderful Dice Legends world and get your hands on some merchandise and rock it around. And if people say, "Oh, that looks nice," and you say, "Yeah, I got some merchandise from Dice Legends." So yeah, look it up. And there's also a discount for
our patrons
That's
over
right.
on Patreon. If you head to our Patreon page, anyone can be a follower for free on our Patreon site. If you want to support us, there are 3 simple tiers of way that you can support us financially. Thank you for all of you that do. We really appreciate it. And as Ronnie just mentioned, those that do support us financially on Patreon also get a discount on our merchandise. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right, and thanks to our followers, our subscribers, our mods, and everyone else that helps us put our show together. Okay, I think we're gonna do this thing, roll the stinger, and then we're into it.
Roll it!
We lost the stinger, it's coming.
I'm holding it.
3.
Hold it.
I'm holding it.
It's coming. Any moment now.
Hold it.
Come on, Jason.
It's still
We believe you.
Under pressure now.
He's under pressure. Come on.
Let's cover Vahid's face.
By our powers combined,
The power of friendship.
fire, wind, water.
Go!
Are we in?
Yeah, we're in.
All right, great. Okay. Enough of this jollification.
Okay.
Stop it already.
Jocularity.
We're back. Jason, we love you.
Yes. Not just Jason Momoa, but Jason the technician.
All right, so our story. Today, we find the 6 of you having left this small village in the Song tribe.
Yes.
But to hear a recap of it,
Oh, yeah.
I think we have the troubadour on.
That's me, Troubadour, here to regale
boy.
you in a tale of things that have happened.
All right, let's go for it.
right,
3,
prove it.
2, 1, go.
Oh my goodness, lo and behold, big surprise, Ronnie's character is arrested. Feku, Anova, and Golta are held up by the Song tribe, leaving the princesses to fend for themselves for the moment, and they are taken to the elf hermit who is going to discern whether they are telling the truth about their situation, having a dragon scroll and being in mortal peril. Meanwhile, Frank is at the monastery trying to delay Kesh and hold him off as long as possible so he doesn't reach the princesses or even know where they are. Kesh enters the library. Frank sneaks out and throws a candle, igniting the whole place on fire. But that's not going to stop him. Kesh is in hot pursuit, get it? Hot, with Usha following directly behind. Frank dives out of the monastery, has to climb underneath the bridge and then haul himself back up. And then he trails the princesses where he eventually finds them. They are reunited. But what's this troll in the forest? Just all you should know. They have a big old fight. They bring him down. They fight him. They bring him down. They cut off his head and they make him stay with the Song tribe. And now we're going to go see the Dervies.
Oh! So come on!
Very good. Ready?
Well.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
He lives.
There we go. You know, a nice tidy one for the first. You know.
That was beautiful.
You know. It's been a long time.
Oh no, it's happening.
It's been a while.
And so the four of you, Feku, Frank, Nagiisa, Cerci, as well as Cerci's husband,
Yeah.
Golter, and Feku's friend, Sister Anova from the monastery, have been let free of this small village in the Song tribe and have traveled down the river through to the plains. If we look on our map, you kind of traveled through here, down some rivers, and I'm wanting to know where you're wanting to go. What's the plan, guys? Where are you heading?
To the Darby tribe. Yippee.
To the Darby tribe?
Yes.
Okay. So, the Darby tribe, if we consult our map again, the Darby tribe is down here, in this area here. That means skirting along the edges of the tribe that Nagiisa is from, the Katiwala tribe, skirting along. Is there anything you're planning on doing along the way, or are you just heading straight to the Darby tribe?
Cerci would like to talk to Feku.
Okay, and
Yeah.
action.
Feku, do you not trust me?
Feku takes that in for a bit. I don't trust many people, Cerci. But where I come from, when someone does a honorable deed, it deserves a thank you.
Oh, well, frankly, I did not expect that. I understand that you don't trust me because you don't know me. I don't know you. And knowing that, it seems that how we deal with things is different. So going forward, I would like us to communicate that a bit better. And I'm sorry. Though I don't feel it, I know I meant to say it.
I will take that into thought.
Good.
Feku has a feeling of gratitude, but he doesn't voice it.
As you travel along the riverbank, heading south, along the border of the Katiwala tribe and the Song tribe, at one point, Golter says, well, move on. I'll catch up in just a moment. And steers his horse, his short, stocky horse, off the trail. And a couple minutes later, catches back up and rides up next to you, Cerci, riding on your Shichar, and says, look, winter bloom for you, and hands you a small bouquet of winter bloom, which is slender green stems with kind of like white bells, like little white bell flowers in little clusters around it. They have a very sweet perfume, similar to jasmine, and he hands them to you, my love.
Thank you very much. I shall keep this. I do have to tell you that I gave away my marital band.
The smile on his face just disappears, and he actually slumps in the seat.
I'm very sorry. I had to do it. There was a gold. Selot has wanted gold in return for you and the other monks that are with us. I understand that this was very expensive, and I thought the most expensive thing on me was that, and I had to give it. But these flowers are beautiful.
Thank you, yes. Let us try to hide this from my mother as long as we can. It has been in her family for 3 generations.
That seems like something important to tell me.
Usually when we give a gift, it's too late now, I guess.
Maybe you did tell me.
I just need a little bit of time alone. And he clicks and digs his heels into the flank of his horse and moves up ahead of you as you go along the river.
I almost feel sorry for that guy.
Can Feku kind of?
You're all together here. Yeah, you're all here.
Can he just kind of move up towards?
To Golter?
To Gold.
Yeah. Okay.
Feku has a little bit of guilt in the pit of his stomach because what was given was for him and others too. So Feku tries to offer words of wisdom for Golter. Feku says, my friend, where I come from, they say life weighs much more than any precious gem upon this world, including gold. The fact that we're still alive, that is good, is it not?
Yes. Yes, it doesn't take the sting away, but thank you. Thank you for your words.
Yes.
He says, Feku.
Yes, my friend.
Yes, Cerci and I haven't been married long, and I'm trying to love her. It's hard.
Love is hard.
Have you been in love?
Oh, many a times. Where I come from, love is something that shouldn't be restricted.
But I understand that you monks are celibate.
Yes, we show love in other ways. That is not physical.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Well, because I've noticed the way Anova looks at you.
In what way do you say?
Never mind, I'm sure I got it wrong.
I can see that you are what they call a romantic man.
Not naturally, to be honest.
Well, maybe, how do you say, don't try too hard. You know? Love will come to those who are patient.
My basic strategy at the moment is if I've been brought up as a warrior. All I know is attacking, right? Maybe if I chip away at her cold heart, then maybe I'll be able to make some inroads, but it's not looking good so far.
Well, how do you say? How do you chip away at a rock that refuses to move?
I guess you just try.
You must allow the rock to roll.
Okay.
So be a river, my friend.
Give her some space.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. This has been very helpful.
You're welcome.
And he looks back at Cerci and gives a small wave.
Next to Cerci, Nagiisa, while all of this is happening, Nagiisa is distracted as they're traveling on this by the river, knowing that nearby is her old home, which she hasn't been back to since the attacks. So she doesn't know what it looks like now. She's curious, and she can't help feel guilty that she's walking right past it. And so on her hands, you'll see these shaky roots growing again, and it's crawling up her neck as she's traveling right next to Cerci.
What are you feeling right now?
I feel wrong, shaky, unsettled.
Why?
And she looks to a field nearby, which is a familiar field that she's seen with like the trees and near her tribe, and she just, those were the woods that I hid in as the Katiwala tribe was. And she can't even finish her sentence.
I'd like both of you to make perception rolls, please.
14.
16.
There's some movement. The slender trees, which still have snow, because we're still in autumn and it hasn't melted yet, the slender trees, in the dim light of day, there's some movement.
Okay.
In the distance, something big.
Oh.
Something big, and you see, in the distance, on the other side, you see a thrumchar, which are the kind of the char that your tribe is well known for looking after. And it is wounded.
Oh.
And it is eating at some shrubs on the other side of the river.
We must stop! We must stop! And she just runs straight to it.
Okay, across the frozen river.
Is it like frozen?
It's not. Well.
Can I check with my foot?
All right. Yep. Nature roll. Simple nature roll. You just don't want a -1. What'd you get?
That's a 1. My senses are dulled. All I can see is this thrumchar. You know, my beloveds. I grew up with thrumchars. And I'm just gonna run across the water.
You start running across the water, and I'm sorry. There's been enough water flow that the very center of it starts cracking underneath your feet. Your foot goes through, your knee goes through, poof! And you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Frank, you and Cerci are in this same area. Feku, Golter, you're up the front.
8.
And she goes down. Listen, Frank, you do what you do. Sorry, Feku, you're not even in this conversation. Frank, you doing anything?
Watching.
I'm going to run over and try and grab. Oh gosh, there's like a large stick nearby, or like a big bit of bark?
You find a stick.
I want to put it
Okay.
go like the current and go ahead and like reach it out for her, and I'm gonna yell out to everybody, being like, "I need strength over here."
So what we have is we have you having made a hole in the ice. But your torso is on the ice, right?
Yeah.
As Cerci runs over, you're putting more weight on.
Yeah.
You're putting more weight on. You need to make either a very, very good nature roll or an adequate dexterity roll to be able to do this. Unless you want to tell me how you're doing it.
Can I use Mage Hand to help me out?
Yeah. Mage Hand's able to lift 10 pounds. That's 5 kilograms. What do you have in mind?
Just honestly, like, kind of helping me take the weight off. So like I can
Okay,
stand a little bit more back so the weight isn't going near the center point.
Give me a nature roll. You must know some ice lore, some basic
Surely.
nature lore about.
We used all of our good rolls before the
We
before
did.
started rolling.
Yeah.
I have an inspiration, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to use it because that's a 3. That's still a 3. So 5.
You're panicking, guys.
Yep.
Okay. Next round.
Okay.
Golter and Feku become aware of something. Golter, crap. Wheels his pony around and starts riding back. This can take you guys a hold. What are you doing?
Okay, Feku also hearing the shrieks coming through, starts riding towards, and in his mind, he would have noticed that there was a river. He was hoping that no one would step into that icy river. But yeah, he would. Could he make an action as he gets?
You're
there?
gonna have to move this entire round to get back.
So-
You guys are ahead. I'll do Nova as well, and then you're on, Frank. Nova says. She says, "You have to lie down." Frank.
Has she like fallen through a hole in the ice and she's like
So she has stepped over the thinnest part, the center of the river, and it's cracked and put and dislodged a bit, making a hole that her whole leg has gone through, and radiating cracks out of it.
gotcha. He can't do anything. He's kind of just like you dummy.
Okay.
And he's like, and he's kind of watching, and he's like, how many people's this gonna take? And continues watching.
While she's panicking and kicking her legs, she says, "Oh, just think, Nagiisa." And then she tries to spin around, and she will turn into an octopus. and she'll like fall into the water, and you think that she's drowning, and then you'll see a tentacle. And it just crawls on the ice. Does the ice crack with my
Not with an
octopus?
octopus.
my
no.
God.
Can
So
octopus
it's just like little white ringed octopus. with
cute.
a blue octopus with white rings, and it's
And what are you doing?
and I'm crawling to the other side of the river towards the Thrumchar.
There's Thrumchar. And meanwhile, the rest of you. And what are the rest of you all doing?
I was watching that. Realizing like her weight is like anyone of like a humanoid size isn't going to be able to go through with the weight. She's gonna look to Frank and go, "You do understand you're the lightest one here.
Yeah.
Someone does need to go with her."
As this octopus is like getting further away.
He's looking at this octopus crawling towards this big old beast, and he's like, yeah, all right. And then Frank will he'll come to the river, and he'll be like, okay, not there, and then he'll scan to see if there's like a thick part of the ice for him to trot across. I say trot, it's just him on foot.
Yeah, sure. Nature. Go ahead and make that nature roll.
That is where is it? 6.
6. Look, you only needed 5. Look, she was doing everything wrong. She was running, putting extreme pressure on every footstep. You're lighter. All you need to do is go put your body weight across. It looks like just go like a good 20 meters either side, and you'll be able to get across no problem. These big heavy guys, maybe not.
I'll be like, okay, right. So we're just gonna go nice and careful. Okay. All right. And then he's on this side with the octopus and the Thrumchar.
And then the octopus will slowly roll and become a bigger snowball, and then out from the snowball will be Nagiisa. And she's eyes on the Thrumchar. She tries to approach it steadily. I'll do like the Jurassic Park with Chris Pratt doing this to the Velociraptors. Hand out.
I want to look at this thing. I want to look at this beast and be like, okay, Is she in trouble? Like, is this thing gonna charge her? Is it?
Okay, it regards you guys. It's wounded. And you can tell it's wounded by the fact that it has 2 spear shafts
Oh, wow.
in its hindquarters.
Yeah.
Nagiisa approaches it and she'll cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And so she tries to calm it down. She says, I am friend. Be still. Let me inspect. And she approaches.
Okay.
And does it calm down? Does it
Yeah, you have a natural way with these beasts.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I touch it on the face first, on the nose, just to introduce myself to it. What is your name?
Gurak.
Gurak?
Gurak.
Gurak. Beautiful Gurak. She leaves her hand there as she inspects the back. We will have to take these out.
This is the scale difference. Okay. Right.
Yes, so she looks back there. She takes her hand off. She goes to the back of it, and there's 2 spears that you said?
2 spears
2
in the
spears.
hind.
Oh, who is so cruel enough to do this to you? I am sorry. We will pull this out. Right. 1,
Hey,
2,
do you,
3.
He doesn't like it, and
She stands back.
stands back, and he bolts with 1 spear still in his hindquarters and starts running away.
I will try and run in front of it. No, wait. Like by its side.
Friend wants to go up to the princess, grab her by the collar, and like sit her on the ground.
Oh, but he needs help.
You're a mess.
You're a mess. I'm
True.
sorry.
But you're a dangerous mess.
I do not understand.
Hey, what's wrong?
I must save him. He's been attacked.
And it's gone.
Oh, why did you let him go?
Believe it or not, princess, I'm not the one who made him go. Okay?
No, but I need to preserve his life. That is what my tribe is all about.
And we will find him. But we're just gonna take a wee moment. We're gonna take a wee breath. You're gonna take this robe of mine and cover yourself, because in about 5 minutes you're gonna get hypothermia.
What is hypothermia? Is this what?
Yeah. You know when you take a plunge into an icy river and you don't do anything about it? Yeah. So you're gonna put this around you and you're gonna give it back in 30 minutes, because I'm not gonna catch hypothermia on your account. So just wrap this around you.
She feels a bit warmer and she says, "Oh, this is much better. Yes, you are right. But I am mad at you."
Yeah. I can tell. And you should be.
The Katiwala tribe does not ignore those who are hurt, who are in trouble, especially their own Tramchar.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I need to remind you, but you're about the only Katiwala left. And if you don't protect yourself, there's going to be none.
As much as she wants to be stubborn about it, and she wants to still, like, try and find this Thrumchar, that makes sense to her.
We will find him.
Okay.
We're just going to do it the smart way, okay?
But I cannot just do nothing like last time.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You're going to do something. You're going to do something. You're going to do it right. You're going to take your time. And then we're going to do it, okay? Right, okay. So here, we can find him now. I just want you to take a breath. That's all I'm asking. That's an angry breath. Okay. You need to just take a nice centering breath. Here, think of a square, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to breathe in for 2.
Okay.
Then we're going to hold for 2. And then we're going to breathe out for 2. We're going to breathe in for 2. And then hold for 2. And then out for 2. And then hold for 2. All right?
Oh, that is... What sorcery is that?
It's just basic humanoid physiology, actually.
Wow.
No magic.
I do feel better.
Well, I'm glad.
More centered, like you
Okay,
said.
that's good. That's really helpful. Okay. Okay. So nobody, and he speaks to the group at large. Nobody's gonna freak out. Okay, we're all just gonna keep our cool. Emotions are high. We're being possibly pursued by a big scary emperor. Some people have given away wedding gifts. But we're gonna keep it cool. We're all just gonna do the smart thing, all right? Because the dumb thing gets you what?
Hypothermia.
Yes, Golta! Wow, the first good thing I've ever seen this time. Amazing, amazing. No, I'm serious. You're good, kid.
Feku looks at you. That was probably the most stupidest thing you could have ever done.
You are the most stupidest thing you can ever do. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's the hypothermia talking.
I'm
Yeah.
just letting you know. We have a note saying, don't be so focused on the catch, but you miss out on the importance of the net.
The net.
Yes.
I did not want to use a net on him. I just wanted to help him.
No, it's a metaphor that you are so focused on what you want to go after, you miss out on the net that will catch another day.
Hey. Go easy on the kid. She's been through a lot.
You know, when you go across ice, you must distribute your weight
Okay.
so you're not so prone to drowning and dying, you know.
You know, everyone here knows this, but the panic.
Okay. All right.
Hey, look,
Okay.
we can find this thing. It won't have gone far. It's just going to momentary safety. I'm pretty sure if we follow this, we'll find him.
And, sorry, you were going to say something?
No.
And indeed, your hunting skill, your tracking skills, it's got massive footprints. You're easily able to find it. The speak with animals lasts a long time.
Yes,
it
it
lasts
do.
a whole hour, I believe.
Oh no. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's still long enough time to track it down,
Yeah.
heal it, and then yes.
Cool.
So we find it.
Yep, you're able to find it, no problem.
Gurak. I want to apologize, Gurak. I was, what they say, panicking with hypothermia. It's a new word I learned.
Still sore. Still sore.
There's one more spear in it.
One more spear.
One more spear.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can I? Is there any sort of role I can make? I want to make sure, like, I want to see if there is a safe way of doing this. If there's any way of getting this thing out of him.
I mean, really? Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have any medical supplies.
Can I? Frank has. I think he's got vials on him because he works with beasts a lot.
Yeah, sure.
And so he's got a whole lot of different vials and things, and in them are different pheromones. So he has pheromones that provoke like anxiety and like retreat instincts in animals, and then he's got things that help calm them.
Yeah, love it.
So that's his way of sort of persuading animals
Love
to
it.
kind
That's
of get.
cool.
So he kind of breaks open this. He gets this these pheromones of I guess Thrumchart pheromones, so that we at least smell familiar, and hopefully that gets us closer, maybe.
Love it. So Nagiisa needs to make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Go ahead.
19.
Ooh.
Minus 1. 18. I'm not very charismatic.
No, and
But 18?
it accepts your help, and it braced itself. It's calmed thanks to the pheromones, and it's braced itself for you to take the last spear out. You take it out.
And then I will cast healing word on it.
You heal, and the wounds heal up to some extent anyway.
Do I have anything that I have a winter blanket that I'll cut up and paste on
Okay,
it?
so you destroy your winter blanket to heal this creature. Cross off your winter blanket. You are going to have a very hard time the rest of this adventure.
Yes.
Hey, you're not keeping my robe, just so you know.
Oh no, I will return it to you. I will find something else.
We can share.
Oh, you are so kind. Unlike this. No, I'm joking. You are very kind in some ways. And I.
Okay, thank you. Strike off that blanket off of you.
He's gone.
And we're going to move forward in time. to another scene.
Do I take the thumb chart with me?
How on earth are you going to get him across the river? How are you going to get him
Alright.
across the river?
Be free, Gurak. Be careful. She
You can
will-
try if you want.
Oh, no, I've learned my lesson. I think Nagiisa knows now. She does not want Thrumchar to get hypothermia, so she just has a tearful goodbye to it.
Okay. Days have passed. And because you've given away your blanket, you have to give me 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
19 plus 2 is 21. And, I need to re-roll that one. 11 plus 2,
Okay.
13.
You're very fortunate. All right. Days have passed. And you've entered the Darvi tribe lands, heading towards their main encampment. Golter, as you're getting closer, wants to prepare you for what's to come. And he says to you, my father is a very traditional chief. He's a hard man. He will expect respect and fealty from you. If you displease him, it will be a bad day. And my mother's not much better. So just watch yourselves. And he says, the monks in the monastery gave the letter to me. So I think I should probably carry it.
I see no reason why you shouldn't.
Who has it?
The scroll me.
Nagiisa has it.
I have it.
You hand it over?
I hand it over.
And puts it in a saddlebag.
Frank like shoots a look to Cerci like.
That night, I'd like everyone to make perception rolls, please.
Yeah.
15.
Oh!
Jinx.
19.
19 Feku.
4.
The others are sleeping. Feku, Nagiisa, Cerci. You're probably about a 4-hour journey away from the encampment at the heart of the Darvi tribe. Feku, you're the first to see in the sky above some lights, dim pinpoints of lights, and they're moving at speed. They don't look like stars. They're too blue for that. And then you two see it as well. Something in the air above is moving with speed overhead.
Feku is usually looking to the skies for guidance, but upon this night he sees something that's very unfamiliar in the skies, and as if to kind of look around to see if anyone else, and he locks eyes with Nagiisa also, and Cerci, as they're gazing at the same thing. Do you, by any chance, know anything about moving blue stars?
I do not think it is star.
Neither do I.
It is another char.
I don't think that's another char.
I'm gonna wake Frank up.
Yeah.
Frank,
Frank,
Frank's eyes will burst open. What's up?
to the sky.
I think I know what that is.
I thought you would.
He's like, hide.
We better
yes.
move.
We must hide.
Hide and spread.
Are we around trees and stuff like that?
yes, you're on the border of the Song tribe. Have you
Okay.
gone in? So there's still trees around.
All right.
And then as they fan out, Frank tugs at Cerci. Where's Golter?
Got it. Do I see Galter around?
Yeah, Golter is sleeping.
Just over here.
Okay.
Do you want me to grab him?
Frank just looks at him. He's like, "It's all right. It's all right." Okay.
Everyone is making a hide roll. Make your stealth roll.
Yes. Is there a fire going?
There's a fire.
Feku wants to put out that fire
So
before.
that's your action. You know you can't stealth them.
Dang.
You're just putting it out.
Yeah. Frank sees you do that. And he's like, and then hides.
Go for it. If you're hiding, hide.
I want to turn into an owl and then disguise myself as a, just an owl.
Very good,
Watching
nice.
in the trees.
Okay, what'd you get, Frank? What'd you get, Cerci?
I got a 4.
Terrible job.
24.
Excellent, thank you. Frank, you're so well hidden. Brilliant. Feku, you extinguish it. There's lots of snow around. You douse it really quickly. An owl suddenly forms. Frank, you're hidden wherever you want to be. Unfortunately, Cerci,
This stupid blue dress.
she stumbles, and the tree that she bangs up against moves, sways, and the wow.
Okay.
And the snow above it falls off.
Oh.
It's enough.
Hides her.
It's enough. It's movement. It's movement in the canopy from above, and it's enough sound that Golter and Anova wake up as well. Above you, the blue lights start to change their trajectory and start circling. What are you doing?
Feku looks up, and his instinct is to hide, and so he wants to vanish into the shadows.
Go for it.
5 plus 7.
12. Not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
Feku. I mean, what's your name, Frank?
Frank is hidden. He wants to try and get a real good gauge on what this thing is exactly. He knows it's big and scary, but he wants to work out exactly what it is. If he can.
Yeah. Okay. It's Ashkor.
Oh, great. Okay, right. Having ascertained that, he wants to go up to Golter.
Okay. You move up to Golter. Yeah, thank you.
As an owl, I have flown up to a tree branch, and I'm watching from a slight distance in case this dragon lands. Yes, I'm hiding.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm also gonna go up to Galter and Anova to trying to help them hide.
Okay. Anova finds a hiding place. Golter sees the threat, moves over, and yep, you're right next to him. Is there anything in particular you're doing?
I want to grab the scroll.
Okay. You go over and try to grab the scroll. He's grabbing the scroll as well. And so initiative.
Ooh.
Initiative check between you and Golter.
Sure thing. Pretty good. +3, I think. So 18.
16.
Ooh!
You both go for it.
Yeah.
You get it first.
Okay, he's got it in his hand. He's just like pulling out his short sword, and he's like just laying it on the ground, and he's about to just rip the thing to pieces.
Mage hand grabbing it.
He throws it down to the ground and like tries to drive his short sword through the thing.
Throws off glove, like an icy hand, like covered like in just like ice and like that shards ice, like is like gonna like snatch it like clawed and like back up to me, kind of looking dragon-like.
Into the snow. The beast stops overhead and is close enough. It laughs.
Oh God.
And it says, "You are lucky I am not here for you today, Frank." And speaks in Draconic.
Yeah.
So Cerci and Frank can understand. It says, "Frank, you are lucky that today is not your day. I have another appointment to keep."
Okay. Right, well,
But does a breath weapon anyway. And goes, "On your encampment," which is Feku, Frank, Cerci, and Golter all must
Oh my
make
gosh.
dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
It's at the very edge of its breath. Everyone make your dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20.
Well done. Well done.
Come on. What kind of save?
Deck save.
14.
Okay. 17.
Wow!
Coulter, come on.
Coulter catches the full blast of
Oh, my husband.
And, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Feku,
Yes.
Frank, you both take 27 hit points of damage.
As Frank says, like before he can even say like run, like the breath is already coming towards him, and as the breath is about to cover his body, like one of his braces glows, and half of the blast goes into one of his braces. Just kind of like swirls inwards as he casts absorb element. And then his like braces starts to like glow with icy white.
You only take 13.
Yes.
Feku, I'm sorry, you take 13. Seriously, because you got a nat 20? Nothing.
Yeah.
Coulter takes he's right in the middle. He takes the blast and is thrown back, boosh, slides through the snow and up against a stone on the far side. Then the beast flaps its wings and takes off in the direction that you're traveling, south, into the heart of the Darvi tribe. Next round. Feku, what you doing?
Feku, after being blasted, he wants to get back. He wanted to. Where is the scroll right now?
The scroll is now in Cerci's hand.
Okay. Feku makes a play for the scroll. Can he spin his staff and smack it straight out of her hand?
Okay, you move up to her and smack it out of her hand.
Yeah.
Go for it. It's a monk weapon.
How's an 18?
That definitely hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Strength. Are you trying to hurt her? Or are you just trying?
No, just want to smack it out of the hand and catch it.
Okay, make a strength check.
15.
Now you make a strength check as well.
Oh, sorry, no, 13.
2.
It stays in your hand.
Feku, what?
It's I just come to think that since it came from the monastery, I think it's good that a monk holds on to this scroll.
I think someone who understands a bit more like dragons should hold this scroll.
Hold onto it. Excuse me. Do I need to point out that one of the lieutenants of Cash is right here, and that is the exact thing that they want?
Which is why we can't destroy it.
What, can't destroy it? Or should absolutely 100% destroy it?
Nagisa
Anova says, I think we destroy it.
Nagisa flies by and tries to grab the scroll as an owl with her talons.
As Frank sees that, Frank whistles, and Terry will do the exact same thing.
Okay, Terry
Yeah.
And Owl
and the
Nagisa.
Owl Nagiisa. There's going to be an initiative roll to see who gets there first.
Initiative is on my dex.
Dex. It's just your Dex modifier.
Come on, buddy boy.
What'd you get?
8.
8!
Grab it at the same time. Grab it. The two of them have it in your hands. Cerci.
Come on, buddy boy.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Ice Knife.
On wait,
who?
whoa, hold up.
I'm casting Ice Knife on Terry. That is. Oh, I'm only gonna do it at first level, so that's a 6 plus 7, so 13. No.
Yeah, 13 to
Yeah,
hit.
13.
13 to hit. What's Terry's armor class?
16.
He's too nimble.
Dexterity saving throws from the both of you.
And also, it's yep.
Yeah.
7.
17.
Oh,
Oh
damn
goodness,
it.
what's
It doesn't
my?
work at all like
Yeah.
you planned. And
Yeah.
Nagiisa, Owl Nagiisa, the shards of ice explode. Terry's manages to get around it, but you take some damage.
What's my damage? Go on.
That's gonna be 6.
So, yeah, I've got 1. So as an owl. So this owl just like bursts into feathers, and the feathers fall, and on the ground, Nagisa forms. Oh God, what?
And Terry is free.
Yes! Yeah. And wants to come on, pretend buddy! And he wants the scroll to come
Okay,
back to
cool.
him.
Now, Anova, Sister Anova, goes to stand next to
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah.
Golter says, "We've been entrusted with that. My tribe has been entrusted with it. We are the only strong tribe in the plane. We're the only ones that can help protect it." And he says, "This should not come to blows. Calm down."
Calm down!
Yes, calm down.
Feku swipes, wants to hit his staff, the back of Terry's legs, to pretty much swoop him off his feet as he tries to catch. He's not listening to anything. He's just like, bah!
Wait, to Frank?
To Frank, sorry, Frank,
Okay,
sorry,
you're
Frank.
trying. All right. Oh my goodness.
Come on, bring it then.
He goes, 10 plus
Plus monk weapon is they're always at
7. 17.
I use my armor class.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank goes, "Whoa!" Hits the deck. Ow!
I think you still get to take a strength
Oh, yeah.
saving throw to
Okay,
see
gotcha.
whether or not you are felled.
Yes, okay, love it.
It connects, but
Yes.
do you fall?
That's, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Oh no, that's not good. It's 10.
Okay.
Bash! And catches as Frank lets go of the
Just-
scroll.
Can you try
Catches
to-
in.
All right, that's a second unarmed strike to try to grab Terry. You got a zillion 20s around you.
Okay, I still want to use one that doesn't roll a 16.
Plus 7.
Plus 7.
And
23.
Terry's what part of Terry? Beak, feet, wing.
Yeah, wing.
Okay, you got a flapping wing in your hand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As Frank, Feku says, sorry, hand that over, little bird. Can I?
You've done your actions.
Oh, have I?
You've done your actions.
Okay, he's holding on to it and doesn't want to let go of Terry then.
Okay.
And goes, hand it over. Everybody knows that the monks and monasteries, they go hand in hand like birds of a feather, eh?
It's a combination. Terry, Feku, between them, the scroll right in his eyeline. Frank pulls his short sword out again. The glowing white energy from the bracer transfers to the sword as his short sword is now imbued with Ashkord's breath weapon. And then he just like lines up a shot and just strikes at the scroll.
Go for it.
Just tries to sunder it right then and there. It is 17.
You hit.
Bam!
Damage.
So here comes 6 plus 3 plus another 6. So that is that's 7, and then this is ice damage, 1. So that is 8 total damage as he strikes at the scroll.
And the ripple of fire that comes out of it takes over you and Terry and Feku.
No!
Make your dexterity saving throws.
Feku.
Nagiisa over there. I think we all need to calm down. Let's think of the square. 2 seconds in. 2 seconds out.
It's 21.
Beautiful.
15 plus 7.
Oh, you guys easy. And
I'll
Terry,
roll Terry, sorry.
Oh.
11.
Okay. Terry is holding on to it as a cylinder of flame comes out. The rest of you two are able to duck under no problem. He takes 13 hit points damage. Ouch. And I can only assume that he drops what remains. The thing has been ripped asunder.
Okay.
And as it falls, the letter, with a big rip in it, it's like flames consume it without consuming it. They cover it, and the draconic writing in it glows even brighter as it falls to the ground and lands on the snow and starts melting the snow.
Nagiisa tries to pick it up and cast mending on it to see if it does anything. No.
Okay, you
I'll put
cast-
some snow to help it out. No.
Okay, you rush over, you grab it. So now we have, to paint a picture, we got Feku, Frank, and Nagiisa all within 5 feet of each other. Terry, right above you, you grab it, you cast mending, and it reforms. What? And you take 6 hit points of damage.
Okay, I'll take it. Ow!
And now it is in your hands.
Cerci
Cerci.
is just gonna just walk over and just gonna grab it from Nagiisa.
I'm holding on to it.
So now you have 2 sets of hands on it.
Frank's dropped his sword and he's just like kind of tending to Terry.
Okay, let's just listen to what she said.
Breathe. 2 seconds in, everyone.
And let's just agree to disagree. That this thing cannot be destroyed by the looks of it.
It can be ripped, says Anova. It maybe not be able to be burnt. We can still destroy it. And Golter says, this was given to me. This is my responsibility. This isn't your responsibility. This is my responsibility. It was given to me. And he extends a hand and pretty much demanding.
No.
I think
We were
it's
told that it was for Golter and the Darby tribe. We have to give it to him.
Why? What makes him so special?
I'm not special, but my tribe is the only strong tribe, the strongest tribe able to withstand them.
Yes, there is safety. There's safety. There is safety in that tribe.
Well, are you sure?
Do you believe what you're saying?
I know what I should be saying.
I do not know. I am uncertain because the dragon, Ashkor, he looks like he is heading over to the Darby. I think we must go to the Darby, yes, to see if they are under attack.
Oh, I think I can answer that question for you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you answered it.
I think I disagree that Darby is not the most strongest tribe, but we will need them.
I mean, Darby is unrelentless. They have attacked Katiwala before.
Which is why I think to keep the scroll in your hands, Coulter, no offense, we are still heading there. But I will feel a lot more safer if the scroll is in the hands of you two, maybe.
Look, she can turn into a snowy owl, an octopus, and probably a whole lot of other things. In terms of whoever's going to carry this thing, I kind of agree.
I agree too.
Golter, think of it as a proxy then.
And I'll be with her the entire time.
And we'll be watching.
And I've got to admit, I don't agree with us just carrying this thing around. But if one of us has to carry it, Nagiisa, he puts his short sword away and he's like, again, really think we should destroy this thing. I've got to admit, I've been rather stumped by, it looks, you can just poof it back together again. So that's me kind of stumped.
Oh, well, I was not expecting this responsibility, but I will take it if it needs to happen. But I apologize, Golter. Your tribe scares me a little bit, and I do not. And she doesn't finish that. She holds it back. I do not.
But things have changed. Ashkor is in the Derby tribe, all right? That's dangerous. That should really make us question whether we go there anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
You-
Yes, that is yes. Yes, that is logical. That makes sense. Golter, that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, says Golter. Where are you gonna go?
Well, they wouldn't attack the same tribe twice, right? There's no point. So, could we? I do not know.
Golter says, I'm sorry. I've just realized what you're saying. You're saying that at this moment, Ashkor is going to my home to kill my people. That's what you're saying. And we're just standing here. He goes over to his horse and says, Cerci, we need to go. And he gets on his horse. Come. You coming or not?
I have seen what Ashkor and Usha can do. I do not want to be there.
Too much talk! He gets on his horse, he puts a saddlebag over, you realize he's left his things behind, he starts strapping things on. Anyone helping or not? You're just gonna let them all die. I'm not going to. It's my parents! And he starts strapping his things onto the back of his horse.
I can't. I was given to their tribe. I have loyalty to their tribe. I can't. I don't think I can, and I'm very sorry. I know I am sorry.
What about loyalty to yourself and to your Atashi tribe?
If you're sure about this, I'll come.
Oh,
Yes.
All right. Okay. I'm picking my things. Okay.
Feku also, well, I will not be a monk if if I am not serving others. I too. I pledge my staff and my loyalty to protecting you along this journey.
Nagisa's panicking because she doesn't want to go. But she's holding the scroll that needs to stay with this group as well. I cannot help you.
Hey, you.
I will mess up again like with Thrumchar. I will mess up again like with my tribe.
It's all right. Your job is, if things get dangerous, if we look like we're too far gone, you need to run. That's all.
Or fly.
Flying's preferable. Burrow, dig, tunnel, swim, do whatever you need to do, but you need to run.
All right, I will accompany. But I will keep the scroll safe.
Exactly.
No matter what happens to you.
Exactly. Never let this thing get in the hands, the claws, or whatever of know who and the entourage. And Frank is like, he's gathered up all his things. He's like, all right, princess.
Yes? Oh.
Your Royal Highnesses.
Golter stick goes, ha! And he starts writing.
Okay, cool. Yep, yeah. I'm Frank, by the way.
I deduced that.
Yeah. Okay, just wanted to do the polite thing.
We'll have a formal greeting later.
Yeah.
We usually have a ceremony for that, but...
Okay, great. Yeah. Nice monastery.
Thank you.
4 hours. Actually, it's a lot less with you guys pushing your mounts to the utmost of their ability. They're all strong enough that they're not spent. By the time it's still nighttime when the glow of the town. It doesn't look like an out of rage fire. That's not what it looks like. It looks like the normal glow of the town.
Okay.
Below you, descending on a hill, and you can see the village in front. But also, you can see people fleeing the village. And above, circling, is Ashkor, with the blue bioluminescence above. And with that, we'll take a small break. Okay, beautiful souls, we'll catch you back in 10 minutes. Have a great break. We'll see you soon. We left you overlooking the encampment of the Darby tribe. It's a large encampment. There are campfires, cooking fires, scattered around. There is warmth coming from the tents, inside of the tents. Thousands of people live in this encampment. Hundreds are fleeing in your direction, mere hundreds of meters away, fleeing. Above, circling above, Ashkor. Okay.
Okay, so the show force, it's an intimidation, right? If he wanted all of these people dead, he would have swooped in and breathed them. Right now, he's just trying to scare them.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
What is this tactic? I'm not so well versed in the battle tactics or
Maybe
strategies.
to create fear.
Yeah, I guess.
And then as you're saying this, the dragon tightens up its circle and dives. Foosh! And you can see from a distance a blast of white cold in a cone rakes across part of the village. And then it flies back up.
Okay.
Golter just screams, "Ah!" Pulls out his sword, smashes his heels into the back of his horse, and it starts bolting towards the encampment.
Wait. We do not have plan for this?
Yeah. What are we doing here, Cerci?
Following him?
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
you believe his path and his tactics too?
I believe what I am made for.
Okay, well, you go first, and then I'll follow you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going.
And then Frank will follow after.
Feku would love to get off the horse, and he deals better being on foot, and he wants to pretty much stealth his way into the village and try and see if he can save as many, or get to some people to safety
Okay.
first. So that's,
Anova will follow you.
I will follow that too. I will get people out and evacuate them.
Okay, so we have two teams.
Cool.
We have Team Rescue and Team No Plan. Headlong. And we're going to follow Team Headlong first. Riding in. Golter's up in front, and he, full steam ahead, starts entering the encampment and is racing towards the center. As I've described before, all encampments have a basic rule of they're set up that they have like a central road that goes down the middle. He gets into that and he's heading straight towards the middle. A little bit of history or geography. This encampment is here because of a hot spring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're doing. Frank, what are you doing?
Frank is just looking at him and being like, I don't know what's happening, but what we're doing.
What's negotiation like with dragons?
You wanna talk?
Yes.
Okay, well, negotiation, they're either very brief or they're briefer.
I want to take my chance with briefer.
You want to talk?
I want to talk.
Okay, you got something to say, because you gotta make sure that you got a leg to stand on if we're gonna get his attention.
I'll come up with it on the spot.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Right. Well, he's right there, and then points at like a flurry of eyes.
Yeah.
So you guys following Golter? What are you doing? No or yay? Yay or no?
We're going to the dragon. I
Heading
think.
to the dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
dragon, the dragon's doing circle around, dive bomb, strafing, then goes back up and wheels around.
Is there a high point?
There's no high point here.
Okay, cool. I guess I would go to the area where you can clearly see my bright blue dress.
I would recommend the hot pool area. Is probably the most open area in there.
I'll go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys ride in. Place your 3 minis wherever you want to be?
Where you go?
Oh,
This
I'll be
is
behind you.
this tent here. this this tent here is the leader's tent, the chief's tent, and so that is where Golter has gone, and he is rushing to get into the tent where his family are.
Okay.
Go ahead, put yourself there, and there's a whole bunch of warriors, archers, around the pool that are using that to be able to try to shoot the dragon should it come down. Okay? Go ahead. Truvia, what are you doing?
We arrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna go where the white is, the snow. But also gonna be beside you.
Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, well, he might come down shortly. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are set up. Meanwhile, the rest of you, tell me what you're doing. You guys, tell me what you're doing.
Feku is running to the first tent they can come across. By now, I think people, I assume that people would be aware that there's a dragon attacking and there's a bit of animosity. So yeah, Feku is just thinking the people. And so he's, pretty much yelling out to them, you need to go for cover. Run to the chopper. Trying to push them into the direction that they came from to get to either safer ground or safer in the forest. Is there a forest nearby?
Forest where
Under
there's
trees.
cover. Yeah.
Okay.
And goes into the forest.
Okay.
Run, forest, run now.
Okay. You come up, and there are people going all over the place, and a woman in her 20s says, "My sister's on the other side of that," and there's a ice wall. Ice wall that's kind of carved right through the middle of a couple of tents. This big line of ice. "My sister's on the other side of that. I can't leave yet."
We will get them. You just need to get to safety.
"I'll come with you."
I don't think it's a good idea.
She starts running towards the ice wall.
How thick is this ice wall?
You're not up to it yet, but it's probably
Okay,
about 5
I
feet
want to
thick.
go over there.
Fekus is like, Darvi people never listen, do they? And then just follows suit and tries to, pretty much maneuver his way over this wall.
Okay, it's 10 foot tall. You're probably athletic enough that you could try to jump over it if you wanted to.
I will try to. Yes. With a 17.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Okay, sweet. Yes.
Thank you. And Cerci, what are you doing?
Nagiisa.
Wait, how thick is this wall and how
5
tall?
foot, and it's about 10 feet tall.
Five.
3 meters tall.
3 meters, that's way taller than me. 5, okay. Feet, what is this feet? I want to get, is there like a giant axe nearby?
Yeah, of course there is.
I'm gonna get an axe. I'm gonna cast heat metal on the axe, the metal part, and I'm gonna start. So heat
Okay,
metal.
nice. It starts glowing warm as you start laying into it.
Minecraft.
Meanwhile, the dragon starts circling around and starts lining up straight towards you. Straight towards the people near the hot pool. The road goes like this. This is where the road goes. It starts lining up and it starts coming down. What are you doing, Frank?
As the dragon starts coming down, Frank's like, he's like, "Do you have anything white?"
Yeah, probably. I would say that her gloves are white.
Oh yeah.
So she's gonna give you her gloves.
He ties it onto the end of an arrow and then tries to predict Ashkor's path and fire a white sort of glove in front of him and then just kind of loose it so that hopefully Ashkor sees it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool, great, thank you. I also want you to make a perception roll, please.
Okay. Ooh. 8.
Thank you, that's all we need to know. That's great. And you let it loose above the trajectory.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you line it up to try to grab his attention. Yeah, and you do that successfully.
And as I do that with my second attack, I want to be like,
Okay, so thank you. Cerci, what are you doing?
Watch that happen, and then I guess I'm gonna shout out in Draconic. You were known to do a parlay before, why not now?
You shout out as it comes down. The dragon. The dragon comes down, and as it flies through, lets loose a barrage of cold. The archers shoot their arrows. It is above the air, but that will do for now. And the archers fire. You two are not in the way of the thing. One of the arrows sticks the dragon, believe it or not.
ooh.
3 of the warriors are dead. It flies and is above you, by the time to the end of the turn, it has heard you. Okay? So, okay, that's what you're doing. Meanwhile, Golter runs in, Mother, Father! And then he comes back out and says, where are they? Back to the other thing. On the other side, you drop down. And it doesn't look good. There are a whole bunch of people that are clearly have sustained massive freezing damage in front of you. What are you doing?
Feku turns to the young lady that was
Who's on the other side of the ice wall.
she didn't
now?
make it over.
No.
Feku's looking around for any survivors and yeah, calling out this way.
Okay, make that perception roll. Meanwhile,
I'm trying to make an entryway for
great.
everyone to leave from the other side.
okay, great. You can't miss, so do an axe damage of d6 plus heat metal does how much?
2d8.
We'll say that it's 1d8 because it's a little bit different than wearing. Yeah, so.
So what was that? Sorry, axe damage.
D8 and a d6.
D8 and a d6. 4, 5, 6.
Okay, yeah, you're making that. Yeah, you're doing pretty well.
Yes.
Anova jumps over as well. The woman tries to start running around. What'd you get for your roll?
16.
16. Yeah. There is one survivor.
Feku runs over to survivor and say, "Are you able to walk?"
She is not able to walk.
Okay. And then Feku tries to pick her up, and assess first the injuries. Is it quite brutal?
Severe frostbite. It's very, 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 very bad.
In Fetku's mind, it looks like it's not worth saving, but try it anyway. Let me just try. And are they in pain?
Oh, they're in a lot of pain. Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. So
Groaning and moaning and beyond screaming, just groaning and moaning.
Okay. Feku, in the meanwhile, does he have a cape? Just rags from, they would just rip, just to try and warm them somehow, or just as he tries to pick them up.
Meanwhile, make your next roll of as you do the axe.
9.
That's good enough. You make an entrance and.
Through here. Oh, wow! I am so strong. This feels good.
Feku, and just as Feku was thinking, how am I going to get you over this wall? And then you burst through, and Nagiisa, an answered prayer. Yeah.
And there were no other survivors, you said? I think the sight of dead bodies freezes her for a second, and it's not until Feku brushes past her that she then carries, gets swept with him.
Don't
go
look.
away.
It's not a sight for you to see.
Can we not take them as well? They need proper burials.
Not in this moment. We might not have the time. But can you help with?
Oh, and I'm holding a hot axe.
Maybe the heat can help.
It will keep us warm in this vicinity, in this 5 feet range.
Goes through the wall.
Yeah. Help them through the wall. Then we must bring you to the forest where there's cover. On the way there, we must look for other survivors. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking around as we're rambling through towards the forest. Eyes open.
The woman, it is her sister, and so is immensely appreciative. And she comes with you as you run and collect as many others as you can as you move towards the forest.
Could I hand her over, or whoever's heading in that direction, if they have some sort of cart that they can put it?
No carts, but people are just running.
Yeah, just get to the forest, and then hands her over as he turns to kind of cast his eyes on what's happening
And
with
you
the.
can see in the distance, Ashkor's is not hovering above the central of the encampment.
What are they doing? Are they trying to talk to a dragon?
I thought I'd seen everything. Yes.
We must keep saving other people, make sure that they are not in harm's way. While Ashkor is distracted, we can go around the tribe.
Feku is like quite enamored by this now. Like, as there are people that are rushing, but he's just kind of more focused on this little moment that's happening right now. So he's kind of curious. He kind of wants to stay, but at the same time he's listening, I guess.
You're too far away to hear.
Okay. Yeah. No. Feku helps, but kind of stays put in one kind of position. It's like people just ushering by and goes that way.
And in front of the this natural hot springs with a steam of it on the ground. This huge white dragon floats above, snarls at you, and stays aloft and says in Draconic, "Parley then."
Why are you doing this?
I come to warn these tribe
Warn.
and have some fun.
Fun for you. Selfish. You always have been. You know why I say that.
He says he stops beating his wings and splashes half in the water, half on, and says, "Are you the child?"
I am the babe you cursed in her cot.
He takes some steps forward. The archer in front doesn't know what to do. And he's going, and moves aside. And he says, I blessed you, you mean. Not curse, a blessing. I suggest you run now. And looks at Frank and says, Frank, I suggest you run as well.
Wait, hey, you're not gonna thank me for the reunion? I just thought you should know. Honestly, I didn't realize she was gonna say that. What did you say?
The babe, you cursed in her cot.
Wow, okay. Well, we're all learning things.
Where is the scroll?
That is not of your concern.
I've come here to warn the tribe.
Of?
Harboring the scroll without giving it. And just showing them some of the effects that their lack of cooperation will result in.
Well, I apologize, but the scroll is no longer here.
Look, I mean, who knows? They've ran in countless directions. Who knows where it is by now?
Exactly. Your warning might have actually been your own detriment.
Oh, God.
He says, Frank, you will be happy to know that Usha specifically asked me to leave you to her.
Oh, that is so heartwarming. How is she?
Angry.
Well, same old Usha. Gosh, can't live with her, can't live without her, right? Okay, well, say that I'm sure she already knows this, but give her the usual. I hate her guts. Tell her that she's the worst thing that's ever happened ever. Like, and even compared to Cash, she's 100 times worse. And whatever's lower than dirt. But you know that. You
Yes.
tell her that. Yeah.
I will enjoy telling her that.
Yeah. My gift to you. Okay. So.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Golter
Yeah.
is looking, trying to find his. And he sees their bodies.
Oh.
Their bodies in the water.
Oh.
They have fallen like so many others around and are half in the water, their feet out of the water.
Oh.
And he turns to the dragon and pulls out his sword.
Cerci, you're about to lose your husband.
And he attempts to sneak up on the dragon.
Oh, you.
Cast hold person. Make a wisdom saving throw.
He pulls out his sword. His grim determination. He walks forward and he freezes in the spot. The dragon is not stupid. Knows that you've cast magic and not in his direction. He looks over and says, I didn't think you were capable of kindness. Beats its wings and says, next time, I will not be so literal with my instructions. Beats its wings and starts to lift off.
I want to shout. I think you and I are a bit too much of the same. We are both just pets to a man.
And he takes off. Whoosh! Takes off into the air, flies away.
Oh boy.
Frank just looks at Cerci.
Any questions? You will have some, but you are currently in shock. I am going to go over to my husband.
You do that.
Okay.
Ashkor, having slain hundreds, is content, having seen you, to leave. And the markings along the center line of his torso and on his wings, the bioluminescence, show him speeding to the north. You go over to your husband.
I want to undo hold person.
He stopped and he says to you, "You did that?"
Yes.
How? But
He did that to me.
I don't understand. But it can wait.
Okay.
And he drops his sword, lets it clatter on the ground, and he pulls his parents out of the water.
I want to help him.
Okay. Frank?
Yeah, I'll help.
On the other side, other part of the encampment, with the threat gone, you're able to continue to help people to safety. Is there anything in particular that you're wanting to do, Nagiisa or Feku?
Seeing that Ashkor is gone, like from the skies, right? She waits till like he's definitely gone before she mentions to Feku that maybe we should find the others. Now that the threat is gone, I'm afraid that they might have been hurt.
I think they would have been able to look after themselves. These people, though, on the other hand, as Feku kind of looks at the frostbitten sister that, and kind of turns to the sister that was looking for him and says, "Will she be okay?"
Kind of trying to. She's not strong enough to carry her for very long. You know, severe frostbite like this is not good, right? It usually results in like loss of limbs. So whether she survives or not is pretty much in the balance.
without saying anything, he kind of, Feku kind of looks at Nagiisa and her ex, and kind of looks at the sister, and we can allow her to suffer more, or we can help.
And the sister gets your drift, and says, I can't believe what you're suggesting. And she starts taking her sister away from you.
It will be for her.
I put a hand on Feku's shoulder and I say, it is their choice.
Okay. Just know that if you continue to let her suffer,
a part of her, you can tell that a part of her can see your logic, but she's not prepared to approach it at all. And there's a harried, defeated look in her eye. "183 people were killed by Ashkor that night. As gathered around, change scene to you being gathered around this hot spring. So late at the night, it's probably morning now. All of you reunited. Golter, has taken the ceremonial headdress from his father, and has taken it, and it looks completely different from the one that Nagiisa is wearing. It's a very different style of headdress, much more simple, more of just a single band. But yeah.
As we're gathered, Frank is kind of just standing by Cerci, and he says, I don't think you realize how many of these people you saved, including him, and points at Golter. Yet, you did something incredible. I've never seen that before.
Thank you. I don't know how I did it, but I think it's... She shakes, and she's... But I truly wouldn't have done it without my husband.
Yeah, I got it.
You understand.
I don't. But I'll go along with it. For now.
She feels like a sting in her heart, and is like, and for the first time, smiles.
Golter is in a grim mood. He instantly, after setting his parents at rest, seeing to that responsibility of his own family, turns his attention, as a leader should, to the well-being of his people. And he says to you, Cerci, we need to talk.
Of course.
I need to understand some things. But first, we must see to the rest of the tribe. And so the next number of hours are spent finding the fallen, looking after the wounded. Your help in all that is greatly appreciated. It is sombering, horrible task. But when it's when it's all done, when the job is done, he calls for you four to come into the chieftain's tent, and Sister Anova as well. And entering the tent, he's now sitting in what was once his father's chair. Cerci, he indicates for you to sit next to him. And then, as is tradition, there's the rug in the front that people sit on when they are having an interview, a conversation. And so he beckons for the other four of you to come and sit with him. And he shoos the guards, the other warriors of the tribe, out.
Frank looks at the rug and he thinks about kneeling. In his head, he's like, you've had a rough day. And so he takes a perch on the rug.
Nagiisa sits.
Feku, understanding the traditional ways of Davi from studying in the monastery, wants to acknowledge and greet the new leader of Davi and the salutations honorifics of Davi. And to your highness, Cerci, our condolences and sympathies be with you and your people at this time.
He says, thank you, Feku. He says, so what do we do now? He pulls out the scroll that he's... Oh, he doesn't have the scroll.
I have it.
He says, well, what do we do now? Obviously, the vaunted... He looks at you, Frank. Obviously, you were right.
Yeah, well, doesn't make things any easier or better. I understand that you wanted to save your people. I don't know that I would have done the same thing, but I see where you're coming from. And you just went right in there after her. It's her fault, really. I wouldn't follow you, but I'd follow her. Anyway, I'm sure that's not what you want to talk about right now.
No, it's not. The scroll, Nagiisa, what's happening with the scroll? I don't think that our people can protect it, and to be honest, I don't want to hear. I want to be able to say, next time anyone comes, with complete honesty, I have no idea where it is. That's what I want. I'm happy to destroy it, for you to take the remnants, bury it someplace, throw it in the ocean.
No.
I don't think destroying it would be the way to go. Yes, I agree that we should not have it here amongst your people. They have suffered enough. Number two, we have something that they want. So I think that we have the upper hand in this equation.
I want to know what is written on the scroll. And you are correct. I do not believe it should be here in Darvi, because if it was here, then it will cost the lives of your people. And although I have not favored the Darvi growing up, I do not want to see another great tribe suffer.
Thank you for those words.
When she says here in Darvi, it makes Frank remember something. First, I need to know why you're so determined on holding on to this thing. Okay, I understand. The preservation of knowledge. Again, I don't understand it, but I'm prepared to... Well, I'm not even prepared to go along with it, but I want to know why you want the scroll. You were so quick with that little ghost hand thing. So I just really need to understand why.
Yes. I want the scroll because I want to go to war with Kesh. And I want to set the dragons free. And I think this is Cerci's first time actually admitting to herself why she actually wants this without thinking of Galter.
You want to go to war.
I want to go to war.
Well, war is something I can do.
War is something we should not do. War will just lead to more death, more tragedies, more tribes eradicated. And what if we don't win this war?
Galter?
No, stop that. Why? No, if what happens if we don't go to war? Well, I can answer that one. We're gonna lose as it is.
Feku, after hearing this, kind of wants to know if she's telling the truth. That this is her prime.
Make an insight roll if you want.
Just want to see if this is her 14.
You telling the truth?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Feku is quite taken aback about Cerci's and her admission, and he really likes the idea of letting the dragons go. Feku, I can tell that you are being very truthful. Again, an admirable trait, according to my people. I too agree that these beasts do not belong to a man.
Wait, hold on.
You are correct on that.
Yes.
But I
No,
do not
but-
think war is the answer to release them.
No, wrong. Other way round. Yes, war. But hold on. Sorry. Poor dragons?
Yes. Poor
Poor-
dragons.
Man,
Poor dragons.
They are evolved char.
if you think about it, man with dragon is dangerous. Man without dragons is vulnerable.
Okay, I can agree with that.
So can I, says Galter. That I can agree with.
So, if you want to use that thing to wrest dragons from Kesh, then is it fair to say we need to translate this thing?
Yes.
Okay. Frank wants to know. No, Frank just says. Oh no, that's so risky. No, yeah.
Go on.
So, who else to translate it than a dragon, right?
Nova says, you want to find another dragon.
Is there another dragon that's not under
That's what
Kesh?
you're saying. she
Yes.
says.
Well, yeah. Look, I'm sure there's a dragon somewhere. Maybe even here.
Do you know of what? She stands up. She's like, do you know of one?
Yeah, indeed. I know of one.
Oh.
Okay. There's options actually. Okay.
Does Feku, from all of his study in the monastery, know of any
Make a
dragon?
history roll.
History roll?
Can we all make one?
You can all make history rolls.
I'll use inspiration.
I won't even try. I don't want to know.
Come on, buddy.
I've got
Natural 20!
22!
Okay, wonderful. Yes. You want to share what
Yeah. So Frank says, well, you guys must know about Chiruda, right?
Who?
The bronze dragon.
Yes.
He's kind of local. Look, as far as dragons go, I've got to say, there's not really much of a muchness here. They're all pretty terrible, but if there was one that wasn't, then it might be Chiruda. And then there's the other way around, which is take Usha, and I don't say this lightly, but maybe go even worse. Yeah. There's another dragon who, I don't know if him and Usha really get along anymore. He's tried it on a few times. Yeah, it's kind of like you guys, Well, or not. One pathetically tries in vain to woo the other and fails repeatedly. Yeah. Well, that's,
So the enemy of my enemy could be my friend.
Yes.
What is their name?
Jorgundai. I think, I kind of only, it was hard to hear. He would visit every now and then. Jorgundai.
Those of you, so Cerci and Feku, the bronze dragon that Frank mentioned, Cheruda, is known to live in this kind of area. Who got the nat 20s? Both of you?
22. I got next.
Just nat 20 over there.
Okay. In your study, I don't know if you can go to the map. There's a lake between the Darvi and the Katiwala tribe.
Oh, yes.
It's called, and there's a town called Long Pier.
Oh.
All right, there's a town called Long Pier. Somewhere in the forests around here is where it is reputed that Cheruda lives. Other things that you know, the reason that you know of Cheruda are for different reasons. Cheruda visited the monastery about 15 years ago, before you were there, but Cheruda's visit was one where it was like a glorified book swap. He he passed on some scrolls and books, and in exchange was allowed to take some. He considers himself a lover of knowledge, and was treated with some respect at the monastery of the Shadow Moon. The reason that you know of Cheruda is dragons gotta eat. No matter how much they might like knowledge, they gotta eat a lot of something, right? And Cheruda is eats a lot of eats a lot of the domesticated char in this kind of area.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. Feku imbues the knowledge that he knows of this Cheruda. We know of him, and is well respected by the monastery of the Shadow Moon. In fact, we have nothing bad to say about him. He is a lover and respecter of knowledge. And if we were to exchange information with him, I think he will be of great help. Plus, not too far from here, in between Katiwala and Darvi, is his known dwelling.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess the Atashi have a little bit of a sore spot with him. He likes to devour our domesticated char. So perhaps even another negotiation could happen.
Yeah, but you this time.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I know Long Pier.
You know?
Katiwala, we've, done business with them, and we helped them out.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Long
can-
Pier is a trading town.
Okay.
So I can help us get there.
Great.
So we have a direction, we have a transportation. May I throw another spear into the works? Teruda functions on exchanging, bartering, if you will, something of value for something that he values.
What does he like?
Well, like our friend here, Cerci, has said that,
Knowledge.
or cha.
Oh,
I like where you're going, says Gold.
no, no, we cannot give him char. That is despicable. We can,
Where I come from, when you speak to the stomach of a person or a thing, they become a lot more happy to negotiate.
surely we can make him something like a salad.
Gold,
I make beautiful salads.
Goltar says thrum char are very delicious.
No, I heard they're quite disgusting actually.
Yeah, I don't. This is. I feel a way about this in my tummy.
Surely there's not much of the thumb char left. Surely a different tribe can give their char up.
Anova says, along the same lines as my brother here, but perhaps the knowledge instead of the giving of animals. Is there any knowledge that we have that we could offer up?
I mean, the actual scroll itself?
Right, not an option.
No, but he will be reading it to translate for us.
There's the
So-
problem of stopping him from taking it in the first place. There's also another problem.
Yeah.
We do not know if Teruda is in league with Kesh or not.
Oh,
I agree.
Which it's worth entertaining the other option, Jogundai.
where is he?
He is. Where is he? Oh, I think I know. Actually, I'm not too sure.
Jogundai. Jogundai is rumored to live on a forested island to the northwest.
Whoa,
Whoa,
Oh,
quite a
Oh.
road trip.
See the map?
Oh.
If you go to the map, you see that there's a large forested island with beautiful
So
mountains
even further.
to the northwest. There's a
Whoa.
large mountain somewhere in there.
Okay.
Look, best bet we go to the Atashi and get a boat to go across, but I don't know if that is enough time.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Oh,
It's yeah. Do I have a sense of either of their allegiances?
You recall Usha referring to Chiruda as a
Lover.
yeah. So that's. But other than that, you've never actually met him. You have seen Jagundai, and you know that he's just bad news.
Yeah. And like, because I know that he's been rejected so many times by Usha that I'm wondering if that puts him just not on their team. And so Frank, that's the dilemma that Frank's sitting in. He's like, yeah, Chiruda's closer, for sure, and you've got to weigh in. Yeah.
Our chances are higher with Teruda, I think. And you never know, we might be able to come across some Thamcha along the way.
to
As he looks to Nagiisa.
to bring them to our group, right? To have them as friends,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah?
just don't get too close to them.
Frank puts his hands over Terry's ears. It's all right. It's all right, buddy. It's all right. They're telling jokes. They're telling jokes.
All right. Golter says, okay. So you're gonna go toward Long Pier, see if you can find. I'm gonna stay here with my people.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh,
He says.
yeah.
He says. Be at ease. Be yourself. He says. I want you to love me. I know that I don't have the... We're still both working on that, right? I can see... Is it... I can see that whatever that magic was that you did on me, which, by the way, I wish you'd told me first that you could do that. That was a bit of a surprise. Anyway, I can see that you probably more value pursuing that. And it would bring some honor to our tribe.
Yeah.
But what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to go with them.
Okay.
Tell us what you really think, princess. Good. Great. Woohoo! That's great.
That's so good. I was scared that she was going to stay.
Yeah. yeah, me too.
Turns to Golta and says, you know, like we say, if you love a bird very much, the hardest thing is to let her go. In hopes that she might flutter back.
We are husband and wife. That has not changed.
Remarkably.
He turns to you, Frank, and he says,
I'm just trying to get to know you. That's how I do it.
you do it by trying to annoy me the most.
Yeah.
Like pulling on strands of my hair one at a time.
Okay, look, when you rode into town, you're like, I've got to save my people. I actually admired that. I actually liked that. So, look, I know I'm giving you a whole lot of duty, but this is my way. There's goblins. I'm a goblin.
You go. Yeah. He says, I have to see to my people now, figure out that we relocate. Not that it would do any good. Anyway, I've got 1,000 things to do today. So please excuse me. I have some grieving families to visit. And he gets up and he says, anything that you want that I can provide you is yours.
Ah, thank you so much.
Can you provide me with another winter blanket?
Good.
Okay, guys, so what are you doing? Let's go.
Yeah, Taruda. And we're going to Longpier, I guess.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Stocking up. I don't know that I need anything.
scene change.
Oh, okay.
Scene change.
Yeah.
The days are quickly getting longer. Like, as you move from through autumn, the swing is dramatic, right? It's slowest around the dead of winter and the dead of summer is when the heat of summer and the dead of winter is when the change of days is the slowest. But each day is getting longer by 10 minutes a day. And so it's getting lighter, it's getting warmer. Puddles are starting to form of snow melt. The journey towards Longpier is mostly a relatively downhill journey. And as you approach Longpier, crossing, you have to cross part of a road, which is called the Spice Road. This is this massive road which connects Kalnour on one side all the way down to the nation in the southwest. So for a brief time, you connect onto the Spice Road as you approach the town of Longpier. Longpier is different from any other place in this part of the tribes. Permanent settlements made of wood and stone. Shops. A market that's open throughout the year. The lake is glittering. It's been melted for a while now. So as you approach Long Pier, it's a peaceful sight. The forest around it, the pine forest around it, is beautiful. The snow is lessening on all the branches. The lake is beautiful, and the town, with the smoke coming out of the chimneys, smells of warmth and food. The people are more cosmopolitan in Long Pier than in your tribes. Because of the spice road that goes through, there are merchants that are traveling to and from Kalnour back to the nation to the southwest. And there are also people that have taken up permanent residence in Long Pier. In contemporary standards, it's still a small place. You know, we would consider it a blink and you miss it kind of place. It probably has a permanent population in around the kind of 5,000-7,000 people. So it's not tiny, but it's not a city. As you enter Long Pier, go for it.
All right. Well, does anyone need to stop for food, or we can ask the locals if they know of where this dragon is? Is that how you find a dragon?
Yeah, it's not bad. Usually the locals know because they're either having their crops eaten or being themselves eaten.
What about a bookstore
A bookstore?
or a library?
Oh, you want to do some reading?
Well, I would assume that if Cheruda would come into a populated area, that would be the reason. A bookstore or a library to talk to those patrons and only.
Wait,
A monastery?
is it common for dragons to turn into humanoids, or is that just Usha? I've not met many dragons, if any, really.
Well,
And yeah.
Cheruda, Usha used to refer to him as her human lover. Yeah. I don't know if that meant that Cheruda was a lover that took the form of a human, or if he really loved humans. So make of that what you will. But Usha can do it. I don't see why other people couldn't.
Feku, you asked a question about monasteries.
Yes.
You would know that there's no known monastery of your order in Long Pier. But as you enter the town, you can definitely see the symbols of Libby, the goddess of love.
Oh, yeah.
There's also a temple to Koshasha and a temple to Medora that are on the main road.
Maybe we must find something of value to give to Cheruda while we are here.
Yes. Knowledge, you said, Anova.
Is Anova with us?
Anova's with you. Yeah, she's with you. So, Anova says, well, she says, what we know, or put together so far, is that he loves food and he loves eating. And if some of us don't, like the idea of giving them food, they only use us knowledge. I question a local library or bookstore being able to give the kind of knowledge he's going to be interested in.
I agree. This place is small and it's nearby. I mean, Cheruda's probably read these books.
Maybe because of that, they know where he is.
Does he make himself known to the people?
I don't know.
Like, oh, I
would assume the
am
one place
dragon
they would
walking
trust.
around.
Dragons don't really need to hide the fact. So I'm sure they do know where he is.
The Feku wants to depart from this and kind of find the local info person, I guess.
Okay, you're going to start. You want to try to find someone who knows. Let's quickly go around and we'll find out what all you attempting to do as you enter Long Pier. I know what you're doing.
Frank wants to read his book
All right.
on killing dragons.
The Killing Dragons book that you stole, borrowed.
That I took out from the library. I've still got another week before I start incurring overdue fees. So
I want to meet up with the leader of Long Pier. I imagine I might have met them before in the past with my parents.
nice, princess.
And
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
just make niceness and
Yeah, yeah.
exchange information,
Yeah.
let him know that I'm alive, and
Okay, thanks. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you know where to go for sure. Yeah, thank you. And
I
Cerci?
feel like I will join you.
double princess.
Double princess moment. Yes, I will join you.
Wonderful. Okay. So, for you gathering information,
Yes.
tell me what kind. I'm trying to figure out whether we go a knowledge kind of investigation kind of way, or if we go in kind of like a persuasion-y kind of way. I'm just trying to describe where you going. What are you wanting to do?
Feku would, it's part of him that wants to go to a place of familiarity, almost similar to the monastery. So he likes the idea of maybe a temple.
Okay.
And then to kind of get some air, but also seeking others who may have greater knowledge about.
Okay. Yep. Temple of Libi and the Temple of Koshasha. You're very familiar with both of those because both of those are kind of treated with reverence in the Monastery of the Shadow Moon. So do you have a preference?
Libi.
Libi, you go to the Goddess of Love. Excellent. Yep, you go in there. Okay, fine.
Feku enters,
Anova's going to follow you.
pays his respects to Libi as he enters the temple, and he just wants to sit down, I guess. Takes a breath, and I think everything upon this adventure is slowly he likes to reflect, just ever so slightly. But yeah, then he memories of his brother, memories of his family, the devastation of what he had just witnessed, and it's as if this space, being amongst a holy space, I guess, is very soothing for him as he has his moment, gathers his thoughts again, and looks up, and he just wants to kind of pan around the temple and see if he...
Yeah, there's the priestess of Libi there.
Yes. He walks up to the priestess and salutations.
Salutations, brother, from the monastery.
Indeed.
Oh, this is a privilege indeed. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I find that the Temple of Love is... It's a place of comfort in these times of storms, I guess. I don't mean to be so forward and abrupt, but I am not only here seeking refuge under the love of Libi, or the wings of love of Libi. I have a few questions I would like to ask of you.
She goes, aha. I get questions a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
And she looks over at Anova. Anova comes and stands next to you.
This is Sister Anova.
Oh, I see.
And I am Feku Tayarga.
I do not. Let me just start before we go further. Know that this is a place of confidentiality,
Okay.
and we consider it sacred in this space.
Okay. Feku can't take his eyes off the sister. In a way, like he's trying to figure out, why are you looking at me like this? I'm just going to ask a question, but he doesn't say it. But he's just.
Can you please roll an insight roll just for me? I just want to try. I just want to see something.
I just want to see.
4.
Okay, you're completely oblivious that Anova is blushing
Oh.
and is lowering her head a little bit. The bangs of her hair kind of conceal her face a little bit.
Okay. Sister.
Go on.
Do you, by any chance, have any information about a dragon by the name of Teruda, who may be living?
She
Within.
says, that I was not expecting.
What were you expecting?
She says, never mind.
Okay. Are you okay there, sister?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Let's visit the others for a moment, and we'll
Okay.
come back to her reply as she gives that some thought. Dragon, you're reading your dragon. Well, I think that's a history roll at advantage.
Dragon magazine. I'm reading
Dragon
my weekly.
Weekly.
Gosh, damn it! Dad, right in the gonads. It's so bad. 4.
Yeah, look.
Reading, I haven't been able to read my whole life. So reading. It's the word. Sometimes the letters move. And he's like, Then he gives up with the book. Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't rip the book in half. Breathe. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sleep with this under my pillow and hope that works. I'm gonna do it. Frank he doesn't trust any dragon. And so, he is just aware that whenever they go in to see this dragon, he's ready for the dragon to be like, actually, I'm keeping the scroll, or actually, bleh. So, so he's coming up with contingencies. That's what he's devoting himself to.
Okay, coming up with plans and contingencies. Yeah, let's follow the two princesses. You know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
They have a council in this area because although it's actually part of the Atashi lands,
Katiwala, right?
Katiwala, sorry. Part of the Katiwala, so in theory, but it's in reality run by the merchants who pay taxes to you, but in theory, you're the landlord. Right? And so they recognize the headdress, and you go into the council, straight into the main council room, straight away. Yeah.
I think for the first time in a while, the biggest beam appears on Nagiisa's face as she is in a familiar place that's, one, not destroyed, and two, from her past that she's had like not bad memories about, So she sees how many people are in this
Well, there's a number of people, but there's someone at the front. There's someone at the front desk, and then they have scattered around some beautiful tables and people.
Yes.
And
Yes, she recognizes some faces, but unfortunately she cannot remember names from it because she was younger when she was here with her parents. But she tries to stand tall, and she uses her druid craft to put sparkles around her headdress to make it known and seen.
It doesn't take very long before one of the council members, whose name is Councillor Duga.
Councillor Duga.
Duga comes up to you and he says, "Princess, welcome."
Queen, actually.
But Princess is fine too. I kind of got really attached to it. But yes, technically Queen, you've heard news of. And she doesn't continue the sentence.
And he says, "I am so sorry.
Yes.
I knew that the tribe had been dispersed, but I didn't know that I'm so sorry. Let's go into another room.
You did not send any. Suddenly, she's just thinking of all these. You did not send anyone to check on our tribe?
He doesn't answer.
What happened after you heard the news? She's just making these revelations now.
Well,
Did you think that you did not have us as
I'm going to take
Loyal?
Nagiisa and I'm going to put my hand up to the council's private room.
and he says,
She's stammering to herself.
and he flushes too,
Yes.
and says,
Wait a minute.
and says, I'll be candid with you. I owe you no less. knowing that Kesh had dispersed the tribe, we knew that the scant armed forces that we have wouldn't be able to do anything.
You did not even check for survivors. It was just me and Oladnis.
You're right. What can I do to repay? He sits down on a cushioned seat, and he kind of holds his hand in his hands. He said, You're right. We did owe you much more than we didn't get. You're right.
Well, you can try and repay that now. I'm doing good.
Yes. Just take a breath.
Square. Okay. You can tell us everything you know about Cheruda. Has he been showing up recently?
And with that, let's go back to the temple. The temple. You wish to know about Cheruda. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Cheruda lives on the lake side, on the northern side of the lake, I believe.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Well, what we need to know in order to approach him.
I can't answer you that, really. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Is it easy to get to where he lives?
If you want to find him, then the best way is, I believe, in the council, they have a local scout or ranger that is the connection between the city and the dragon.
Okay. Does he often come into?
The dragon or the scout?
Oh, I guess the dragon. Does he? I hear stories that he may have the ability to take human form. Does he visit the town from
What
time
an
to
interesting idea. I've never heard of it or seen him. I've never seen him or heard of it. But if he can change into human form, then that maybe he's been coming to our temple all this time. That's possible, isn't it? An interesting thought.
And it's an interesting thought. So, this local scout, does he have a name?
Yeah. We just call him Pine.
Pine.
Yeah, because he always smells of pine.
Like the tree.
Exactly like the tree.
Okay.
As opposed to...
Chris Pine.
Of course, yeah.
I like this.
Let's go back to our princesses. Okay, so
Holding you back.
Have you had any reports of what is it? Herds of your char or your herds of animals missing, eaten?
we have an arrangement with the dragon. As long as he has enough food, then there's no need for him to bother us.
So you have agreement. You have met dragon?
I've met him when I was first inducted into office.
Oh, okay. In dragon form or humanoid form?
Yes.
In dragon form.
Oh. Does he have humanoid form?
I don't know.
Where is he? Other side.
I don't know. There's only one in our town that knows that secret. Is a scout. I can introduce you to him.
Yes. We would love to meet this scout.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have anything of value? I mean,
Are you
this-
looking for taxes? We have taxes.
Well, you are overdue technically for your Katiwala taxes for us. You know, our business. With
Yep, I have.
family.
They're in a locked box. I can give them to you now if you wish.
Thank you, please. That would be much appreciated.
He goes and he
I've never done this type of
Takes-
transaction before. Am I doing good?
You're doing great.
takes out a key and unlocks a very large safe. And inside, then pulls out a metal chest and hands it to you. It is heavy.
How much is in here?
I think it's the standard 500 gold piece.
Okay. Is that enough? Is that valuable enough to
Believe we might not have to take the entire lot. We saving is very important.
Where must I
when
save it? How do you save?
I can look after you for you.
Oh, okay, and I just bring it back.
Inside check, will you actually?
Go ahead and make your roll.
Oh no, 6.
Yeah, who knows, eh? So you're taking some of the money or
We'll
not?
take some, we won't take all.
How much are you taking?
500, 4 of us. I would say
Let's
the price
go.
of things in...
In Long Pier.
That's about 25 kilograms of gold.
Wow. Wow, that is so much gold I have not seen before.
Yeah.
Is
Let's go
one
a
enough
half.
for it?
Let's go half. We'll do a 50-50. So 250.
Cool, that's good.
Oh, I'm so glad
I'm
that you are
wondering about
here.
my math. I'm wondering about my gold to kilograms conversion.
Yes!
that might
Right.
not be that might not be correct.
So that means 100 gold pieces would be 5 kilograms.
Yeah, that's too much. I think that's 2.5. I think
Yeah.
I got the decimal place
Yeah.
wrong. Okay, anyway, great.
Cool, we'll do 250. If anything happens to that gold, Cerci's eyes is gonna glow and go,
He looks frightened and affronted at the same time. I'm a custodian. I keep this. This is my duty, and I do it well.
perfect.
She is from Darby tribe. And
Nice.
You say that.
I just know that Darby sometimes are annoying here in Long Pier.
And they
you know,
are.
with their
But-
tolls that they set up and
Hopefully, with, I believe you've heard, under the new reign of Goldter and I, hopefully our relationship with Gold Pier will be
Long Pier.
much more, Long Pier, will be much more neutral.
All right, guys.
we will meet that scout now.
Good. Okay. Let's fast forward. Okay. Fast forward. Pine is a scout. He wears the livery of the town. And he smells like pine sap.
Is that by choice or?
Yeah. Part of hiding in a pine forest is smelling like you're the forest. And so, okay. He says, "You want me to take you to Cheruded? Is that what I'm doing?"
Yeah.
So Feku would have found his way to
Yeah.
it as well?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's assume that the 5 of you are there. Okay, great.
Yes.
He says, "Yeah, okay, I can take you there." Okay.
Oh,
Let's-
sorry to.
yeah.
What's with the okay
I was
face?
about to ask the same
He
thing.
doesn't like being disturbed. It's usually a once a year thing.
Has the once a year thing happened?
Yeah.
What was your last visit about?
It's just the normal things of making sure that he's happy with the agreement is really what it's all about.
What is the details of this agreement?
We farm and cultivate and supply a certain amount of food.
Okay.
And he doesn't eat us. It's a pretty simple agreement.
Okay.
Do you know what he might like other than food? Something that he might be interested in? You are so far the only one that we know that might understand him a bit better than most.
He sees the book that you're carrying.
Oh.
Frank.
Oh, yes.
And he says, I like that.
Frank, we can give book in exchange for translation.
Yeah. We could give him this book.
That's better than eating Thrumshar, I think.
Yeah, he might have some opinions on the book. But you know what? It also might be just the ticket. Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you think one is good?
I don't know anything. I've
Yeah.
spoken to him in my time, 5 years now. I've spoken to him 5 times. Once at the equinox, each spring. You know.
Just a question on behalf of a friend. How much does he like Thramcha?
I believe thrones are very delicious.
And,
I've heard they're disgusting.
But Teruda, he finds it delicious.
Well, probably.
Okay.
Shall we go?
Wish.
Yeah. Okay. So, I just want to make sure we're totally square on what our offering is here.
And Usha says,
Usha?
Fine.
sorry,
Usha's here?
so sorry. Anova
Yes.
says,
Fine.
says, it's a bit weak, really, one book, but
I concur with
Yeah.
Anova because when he traded knowledge, our knowledge, we did not present him with one scroll. It was.
Anova says, I got it. We take some other books from the temple. Quantity over quality, perhaps?
Yeah. Are these books any good to him?
If he is lover of knowledge, then why not love these books?
Here's-
I don't see the big thing about them. I never had books growing up, but
That's right. You guys don't read.
we don't read.
That's right. I remember.
Outlanders reminded me
Yes, that's right. You guys don't read. Okay.
Has Teruda already perused through the libraries of?
We've never seen him in town.
Yeah, and if he could turn into a human, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know how this is going to balance out, but the scroll itself, right, is maybe the tantalizing thing here. I also don't think we should give it to him, so I don't know how we get the translation. Maybe us finding out what it says and him finding out what it says is enough. And
Yeah.
do we even need the scroll anymore after that moment?
Not really.
I mean,
unless it holds magical properties, which I do not think because, I mean,
yeah. If it can,
I mended it.
if it can be destroyed after that, then Cash won't be able to get it.
Yeah.
Good plan, says Anova.
We show him, we destroy it.
We show him, he reads it, we destroy it, but not in a way that it causes the dragon to kill us.
Yes.
We put like a timer on it and it will destruct when we leave.
What a fascinating idea.
What a fascinating idea.
There must be some sort of concoction or potion that someone can make to.
Or maybe we create a distraction of some sort, and someone who has already destroyed the parchment before could.
Yeah, I've got some ideas.
Okay.
That is good.
And you head off into the forest around the lake. It's beautiful, quiet, and it's starting to come into the nice time of year where the few deciduous trees. Sorry, we're coming into spring. Sorry, we've left winter. We're coming into spring. That's what we're doing. Sorry. So the buds are swelling but haven't burst yet on the deciduous trees. The pine trees, most of the snow has fallen off of them. There's wildlife everywhere, birds tweeting. He takes you around, it's most of the day around, so it comes to sunset as you approach. There is a copse of trees, a glade. And the glade looks like it has been manicured. The trees leading towards it, very pleasing. They go from small to large. And in the midst of the focal point of it, there's a cave, which was once a naturally occurring cave, and still is a naturally occurring cave, but it has been shaped. It has been carved over the years. And around the outside of it, there are some almost like pavers of large stones, flat stones have been placed. It's like a porch leading into this large cave. And Pine just stands still and says, "We don't move now." He'll know we're here.
Okay.
And sure enough, moments later, the neck and the head comes out. And then the legs, and he squeezes himself out. It's a tight fit. For this is the same size dragon as Ashkor. His scales are beautiful bronze. Just touches of green on the edges of them. And he just looks at you and he kind of turns around like a cat. Turns around, kind of looks at you most of the way and just does a little kind of flick, like a ballerina flick of the head as it turns around, and then settles down. And just like Truby's kitten, puts his paws in front.
I'll drop a picture in Discord.
And says, "Pine, you have come early. And you've broken the agreement by bringing guests." Pine says, "I'm going to take my leave by your permission. They are here. This is the queen of the Atashi tribe and of the Kasiwala. Why do I keep doing that? Kasiwala tribe and the queen of the Darvi tribe. They insisted to come to meet you. I have nothing to do with this." He bows, steps backwards, showing his hands, and then he just slowly walks backwards as far as he can, and turns around and leaves. And he looks at you, all five of you in turn. His gaze, he's got these green eyes, and says, "Speak then. Why are you here?"
I think Nagiisa is so struck with awe for this beautiful beast in front of her that she's just smiling and shaky. And she's afraid, but she's just wow. And she looks at Cerci. He's beautiful. You are beautiful.
Yes, that is not why you're here, though.
We come with a trade.
Before that, greetings and salutations, O great bronze dragon Teruda.
Oh, yes.
We greet you on behalf of the monastery of the Shadow of the Moon. We have met, or my people have met you before in the past, and what we know of your of you, Bronze Dragon, is that you are a hospitable and a generous one at that. And we do say pardon for intruding upon your land and within your house, I guess. But yes, we do beg an audience with you, and hopefully we could make a exchange.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. What are you giving me, and what will I give you?
We all look to Frank.
There's a scroll that you as a dragon might enjoy reading. But the condition of reading it is that we'd like you to read it aloud. In such a way that all of us present here learn what the scroll says. You gain knowledge, we gain knowledge. We think you'll like the knowledge. That's it.
He says, let us consider this. If I like the knowledge, I will share it with you. If it is a waste of my time, you have incurred my wrath.
Oh.
Well, why don't? Yes. Why don't you read it aloud, then make the determination, and if it really is boring, yeah, strike us from the earth, because I'm certain you will not find this boring.
He says to you, he speaks in goblin.
Oh!
Does anyone else speak goblin?
Oh!
Oh, that's such a good
Nope.
question.
He
Okay.
says, I think I like you. Others of my kind have used your people as slaves.
Oh.
Aye, they have.
I have never done so. I like your spirit. Then says, okay, bring it to me.
I'm gonna.
Nagiisa.
We're gonna go forward.
Okay, Nagiisa takes it out from her her pocket bag area, and just holds it in front of her like this, presenting it, getting not so close, but close enough. As she brings it with a smile, as she's shaking.
He says, we shall need more light. And with his finger, he just goes on the ground on either side of you, and in the ground, some lights. Look, like it's not. It looks like fire, but it's not. Doesn't give any heat. Rises up on either side of you. You open it up in front of him, and insight rolls, everyone.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Come on. Not burgers.
Where's my internet?
No.
17.
11.
Those of
24.
you that those of you that are familiar with dragons,
Okay.
I will allow inspiration.
Okay.
Not inspiration.
Advantage.
Advantage
Okay.
on Frank and Cerci.
Yes, you got this.
What'd you get, buddy?
17.
Oh,
11.
19.
Oh yes. Team.
Yeah,
Good
19.
work.
Guys-
I'm just trying to front everything that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment he looks at it, his eyes widen, and he looks down at it. There's a little bit of incredulity.
Incredulity.
Like he doesn't can believe what he's looking at, and he says, "I promised I would read it, so I shall." It says, "Usha,
Whoa.
find me, that you may show yourself worthy. Succeed, and I shall sire your offspring. Hurry, that my gold and your red may mingle. A new age of dragons will dawn. Valley of the 1 month falls. Amidst cracked granite. Birth of the silver flashing snake. Inside the mouth of mist." He then turns to you and he says, I think the next part I shall read, but I don't think it is part of the main message. It says, "Kill not my messenger, he knows not where to find me." So I'll read it full speed one more time.
Yes.
Usha, find me, that you may show yourself worthy. Succeed, and I shall sire your offspring. Hurry, that my gold and your red may mingle. A new age of dragons will dawn. Valley of the 1 month falls. Amidst cracked granite. Birth of the silver flashing snake. inside the mouth of mist. And he says, it is written as a couplet,
Oh,
as a poem. Obviously, I am translating it into yours. I can do it in Old Draconic if you wish, but
Thank you, O great bronze dragon, Teruda, for a detailed translation. My next question, just if you will, do you make any sense of what you have just read?
and he says, I believe this is a message from the great golden dragon.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I believe it is.
Have you ever, Nagiisa whispers to Frank, have you ever heard of a golden dragon?
Feel free to make history rolls, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, come on. Be nice. Boy, that's good. Knowledge
16.
boy.
Oh, 9.
Oh, I'm knowledge boy.
19.
16.
Pearl dragons do not exist.
Oh.
Okay.
At least, they're just legend.
That prompts Frank to say, oh, so like in a magical fairy tale land.
In the great war between the dragons and the giants, the one that all of our forefathers followed was Vabich. A golden dragon of such wonderful leadership kept us alive. Kept our peoples alive. But has been gone for millennia. Yes. Where did you... And he looks at it and says, this letter must be in the time of Usha. She is but, what, 700 years old?
Give or take. She looks awful, by the way. I guess we're not. That's not what we're talking about. It must have been, I guess, by your standards, recent.
I'm younger than Usha, but yes, still.
By dragon
But
standards.
the letter written in Old Draconic, offering to couple with her anyway.
Right.
And-
So what? They're
Is this,
making some sort of super dragon? A new lineage from the gold dragon himself? You seem to think that that's not gonna happen. That's not possible. He's dead?
I didn't say that. I said I haven't seen him, and he's legendary. That doesn't mean that he's dead.
oh,
So either he's alive and is hiding, and I would assume that the last four lines of the stanza, the valley of the 1 month falls amidst the cracked granite, birth of the silver flashing snake inside the mouth of mist.
that is where he is?
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Or someone pretending to be him.
Yeah.
Can a golden dragon be manipulated or controlled by a man?
You refer to Kesh.
Yes.
Let us end our conversation. I shall have my scroll now.
Now, that's our scroll.
Give him the book. Give him the
I
book.
wish for more payment.
Give him the book.
You have potentially directions to the greatest dragon known.
What would you do with that knowledge?
I don't answer to you. I'll have that.
Oi.
I'll have that scroll. now.
Please. I'm a cursed child of Ashkul.
He looks at you for the first time. He has an apprising glance around you and says, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
How long do you have?
I actually don't know. I've had this since I was a child. A baby.
How old are you now?
I am 35.
Remarkable. I am so sorry.
So,
May your final days have some joy to them.
What?
And with that, we'll finish our episode. We'll finish our episode for the day.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Are you like that dragon?
I feel like I lived through 3 sessions. Oh my gosh!
Thanks for joining us on our adventure today, guys. What does it mean?
what does it mean?
We've had a lot of fun hanging out with you, playing with dragons, playing with these guys. Thanks for so much. If you're a follower or a subscriber, we really appreciate your support. If you're new to our channel, hit us with a sub if you're watching on YouTube. Hit us with a follow if you're watching on Twitch. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks to all of our subscribers on Twitch. We really appreciate all the support you've given us over the time. Thanks to our tech team, Kelly, Jason. Thanks to our moderators. Really love it. And let's talk about our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we would not survive.
So,
Can you do it?
can I? BD&D is our first sponsor. Up in Wellington, Aotearoa, there is a nerdy shop that sells all of the best goods. They've got Magic the Gathering cards for you to make new decks with. They've got miniatures for you to paint and play with. They've got a D&D box. I don't know who this character is. D&D box and TTRPG books for you to peruse at your leisure. You've also got board games for you to just have out and play with your companions. And you can get all of this for 10% off using code Legenz NZ at the end. My darling, my love, Eileen, you have something to say?
I need a character. Yes! Now, if you look up the 20 collector, you will find a buttload of dice. It is March now, so if you look at the screen, I don't know if it will show, Jason, but you will see beautiful 4 acrylic dice, 2 metal dice, and beautiful sets. If you subscribe to them, you can get new dice every month. What a bargain! Now, if you want a discount, then we have it for you. If you put Kiwi Legenz into the voucher code box,
That is amazing.
and you will get yourself a nice discount. I love discount. money, saving money. D20 Collective, do not forget them, or else.
Coming to you in spectacular stereo sound. It's news from World Anvil, the best online ultimate world building tool. You can use their many features like document linking, interactive maps, rollable tables, clear handouts, and timelines. Don't delay. You can see Vahid using it in Monday's stream. Or you can take my word for it. A constant DM, a forever GM. Or you can see it for yourself. Go to their website, World Anvil, and see it for yourself.
All I have to say is say it nice. You say it twice. It's merchandise. And if you want to look all goody in a hoodie there, or if you want to look fine in a t-shirt or a mug, you want to be drinking out of a nice little mug with all of Dice Legends plastered all over it, then yes, please look up our merchandise. Our Patreons, we have a little special for you too.
Yeah, the Patreon. The patrons over on Patreon get a special discount. And over there, you can be a follower for free. It doesn't cost you anything. But if you support us with our 3 tiers, simple tiers, you get a discount. Plus, we give you unique behind-the-scenes information and lore.
Wow!
What?
These are characters! You sound like a relative of Frank.
I'm another Frankie Goblin friend.
Hey guys, thanks very much for joining us. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll the credits, and then for those that are watching us live, we'll just chat with you for a couple more minutes. It's been fun hanging out. Much love to y'all. Catch you later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Kalnour, you later.